Hi, I'm ilabasmati, and today I'm going to talk about the Triptic of Portinari from 1475. Hugo from Hugo van de Goes is Flemish. Well, it's very famous. Portinari Triptych is here you are. Well. This is Portinari with the sun and the saint, San Antonio, and the other I forgot. Well, this is the wife, Portinari wives, and the daughter, and then Santa Maria Maria Magdalena with a box, and the other I don't know who is Santa Margarita or some, no, I forgot. Well, this is the child here on the floor. And this is the shepherd, common people this time. Saint Joseph, the Virgin Maria, the angels. Well, the magician kings are in the landscape, but not near. It's now in this moment is in the Uffizi, Firenze. Florence. This is Maria Magdalena and the other. This is the wife and the daughter. Portinari white. It's nice, incredible nice. This is Portinari. Portinari is a rich man who worked 15 years in Bruges for the Medici. It's a banker who worked there. Well, this is the wife, Portinari. This paint is for the hospital, a very famous hospital that create, I don't know, 200 years before. And there's, at the beginning, the Portinari family created the hospital with 12 beds. But in this moment, when the paint arrived to Firenze, Tuscany, the hospital has more than 200 beds. It's a big hospital, very famous in Europe. Well, I'm going to describe this paint, and I hope that you like. Well, in Italian is the Trittico Portinari. It's a great triptych by the Flemish painter Hugo van der Goes, very famous. When he finished this paint, he fell in a depression and then go like a monk until he died. Well, Hugo van der Goes, whose central panel is the Adoration of the Shepherds. It's new. When Firenze is in the Renaissance, they are in the Gothic, more or less, in Holland. Well, it's made on panel, and it's painted in Bruges between 1417 and 1478. Regarding his dimension, the central panel measure 253 centimeters, high by 304 centimeters wide. Or for the part of the shutter, measure 253 by 149 centimeters. Is currently exhibit in the Uffizi, no, at the Uffizi, sorry, a gallery in Florence, Firenze. For me, better in Italian. It should not be confused by with a painting, another similar, the same author that date from 1418, the Adoration of the Shepherd. The Portinari Triptych is the author's more famous work and one of the most beautiful Flemish art. It's incredible. It's the main representation of the Flemish school at the Uffizi. It's an altarpiece commissioned by Tommaso de Portinari, very famous banker that worked there, the representative of the Medici family in Bruges. It's only document painting which allow the attribution and dating of the rest of painting. Once the painting is finished, is sent to Florence as in a ship, since it's destined for the Church of Santa Maria Nuova Hospital. I explained you before earlier. Well, it's they're exposed to the public in the Tuscan city and extended an enormous influence on the Florentine painter, who noticed the realism evidence in the shepherds and the landscape. Domenico Ghirlandaio copied the group of shepherds in his painting from 1455 for Sassetti Chapel in the Church of Santa Trinità. Filippo Lippi, even Botticelli, and above all Leonardo da Vinci and other, all the better copied the paint. Studied the work, one of the first Flemish works to arrive in Italy. Well, Lorenzo di Credi and Mariotto Albertinelli copied the Nordic type of landscape. It's different of the Italy in general. It's a work of great dimension, which are unusual for the painting of the times. This size allowed him to unleash his concern for the space, perspective, and relationship between characters. The central panel of the triptych is dedicated to the adoration of the shepherd. The central figure is that of the Virgin Mary with a soft face, dressed in dark blue, who adores Jesus, who has just been born. Jesus is on the floor. Well, the child is naked on the floor. The essence is curious. The essence is reflect, according to the account of the revelation of Saint Bridget of Sweden, with the simultaneous adoration of the Virgin, the shepherd, and the magician. In the foreground, a still life with a strong symbolism, a blue and white ceramic from Manises, Valencia, jug with a metallic reflection, and doubly from Manises, contains white, blue, and red lilies, alluding respectively to the purity of the Virgin. His paint, yes, the flower, the breast flower, the pain and the passion of his son, while another made of glass carrying blue whales and acclaim symbols of the human nature of Jesus. Behind the container, the bottle, which allude to the place itself, Sim Bethlehem, means house of bread. Well, the rich central column foredows the flagellation. Well, next to Joseph, sandal indicate the sacredness of the enclosure. He and Mary appear serene, aware of having fulfilled that was announces. The former presence of the angel brings solemnity to the moment rested in liturgical judgment. On a smaller scale, than the other figures. At the bottom right, the shepherd arrive. The shepherd, common people, workers, represent realistically as peasant with whether face, natural gesture of joy and surprise and rusty clothes and tools. Well, a typical winter landscape is presented with small complementary scenes. The announcement to the shepherd and midwives Salome and Salome. Well, walking next to the house of King David, alluding to the genealogy of the Jesus. Well, as for the lateral wings, the principle of the work are represented accompanied by the petrol saint of a smaller scale than the holy figure following the medieval hierarchy. On the left, went to the altarpiece, Portinari and his sons, Antonio and Pingello, are represented kneeling in prayer with saints. Antonio, patron of the hospital to which the altarpiece was destined, with his staff in tow, and Bell and Thomas, patron of the client, also with his attribute, the spear, alluding to the well-known episode of this valley. The landscape is the background, represent the arrival of Joseph and Maria in Bethlehem. The right wing also shows the wife, Maria Portinari, kneeling with the firstborn, Margarita, showing the same childlike innocence and her little brothers, and the elegantly dressed Saint Margarita with a book, crucifix, and the dragon and her feet, and Maria Magdalena also holding. The Maria Magdalena is that. Also holding his traditional box, an attribute of the jar of ornaments. Well, in the background landscape, the figure of the Magi approaches the portal of the surprise of the peasant can be seen. An Annunciation painting, Grisa, is represent of the outside of the doors. Well, that's all. Thanks so much for your attention, for paying attention. Well, until tomorrow. See you soon. Bye.